my name is Marina. Welcome to Strawberry Patches Podcast, episode number 18 already. I'm coming to you from Auckland in New Zealand, and today we're going to talk about the knitting retreat that I promised to tell you about last time. It's been almost a month ago, but I have only found the time to record it now. As you can see, the weather is beautiful, and I've just received amazing news from my midwife that my sugar blood tests came out really nice. I was really worried that I have diabetes. Anyways, welcome to my podcast. Very happy to see you back. If you're a new viewer, welcome. This is mainly about crafting, handmade dolls, recently about pregnancy and babies because I'm pregnant, and about my travels and the things that I've learned here in New Zealand from my crafty friends, from my knitting buddies, spinning buddies, and yeah, today it's all about the knitting retreat. So, first of all, I want to show you a little clip of the retreat itself that I took when we were there. It's early morning, and I decided to show you this beautiful retreat, which I think was a monastery before for men. And now this lovely building is used for people like us, knitters, who come to have a weekend away from the city in this beautiful, lovely environment, chat, talk, and have some nice food, as well as breathe some fresh air. It's lovely here, and the weather is just gorgeous. That is the room where we have our breakfasts and other meals, and that one is my room. I'll show you in a bit. Look at that. Can you believe it's middle of winter? Gorgeous. That's very New Zealandish. And look at my amazing view. If you can see anything. So while we were there, we spent from Friday night till Sunday afternoon with some lovely ladies. There were about 30 of us, and it was a beautiful place, quite far from where I live, but that's what you do. You travel around the city when you live here. So what we did there was at the very beginning, to kind of unite all of us, the organizers had this idea of making one granny square, 25 by 25 centimeters, of any design, and they gave us the yarn. So the yarn was all matching, and the idea was to make a blanket out of it later. So I'm gonna show you the granny square that I made. So I've just finished my swatch, square that we're making for a blanket, and I'm gonna show you the rest of them. And this is probably the only thing that I've been that I have finished during that weekend, because it was quite a big square, and secondly because there were classes that we took there. So the first class was with Kurt. He is a lovely crafty person who on Saturday morning taught us about tweed yarns and how to card tweed yarns. I will also show you some videos of us carding and using great carders. I will never be able to afford one of those because they're around $700-800 up to $1,000, and I was just lucky to be working with one of them.
Anything short and annoying? So we're going to create a fibre sandwich. You still want it to be really transparent. So we'll break it into pieces.
And for this sort of thing, this is where the wild colour really shines through for these kind of techniques. There's a really good video on YouTube on the Ashford channel with Steph, and she shows you how to do it.
So if you guys make another sandwich and feed it through. Cool, bring it over. So it doesn't look like much, but when it's, once you start spinning, yeah.
Yeah, this is distributed.
Yeah, it's probably distributed a bit better.
When it's sandwiched. Yeah.
But like I was saying before, sometimes it just won't do it.
Okay.
And so you just actually have to put it straight on. But you can take more time and place it.
Yeah.
And then put more layers in. So to get the same effect. But yeah, it's come up really nicely.
Beautiful.
So what we did was we have experimented with different bits of scrap yarn that we applied. What is that one? Oh no, this is just some brown that we carded. So we look, I get to work with this amazing amazing wool over there. So what we did was we took bits of different colors and blended them basically to see the result, what would happen if you blend them. And here I have two different versions of tweed, what would be tweed yarn if I was to spin it, which I plan to. One of them is, as you can see, these are dyed wool, fiber strands that were carded, blended together, and I just chose them like that. Or was our group that chose them like that? The different way to make tweed yarn is to cut bits of scrap yarn or your favorite yarn and to trap it inside of your future yarn. So anyways, I've seen some of the ladies that brought their spinning wheels. They have made the yarn out of it already, and it looks fantastic. And it will take me longer because I only have hand spindle, drop spindle. But this is our tweed class result. And of course, we were encouraged to make our own. And Kurt told us a lot about the way to create specific color of tweed yarn. For example, he showed us two yarns that had the same components, red, blue, and probably green or yellow. And the amount of these colors changes the look of the yarn. So what we did was we had a look at these charts, color charts, and according to them you have to choose either in triangular form or a square the colors opposite each other. So I chose purple and I added some red and yellow, and because I wanted it to be pale I added lots of blue, and then I had some glitter sprinkle on it.
That's on camera. I can play the piano too. Yes, you can. Yeah.
So this is my result of my tweed yarn. I'm really curious about how it will turn out, but it really reminds me of my, if you remember from the previous episode, I have been spinning some unicorn, I call it a unicorn yarn, and this is very, very similar. As you can see, well, the thing is I blended, this is 100 gram. This is what 100 gram looks like. And I think I blended it too much because I would really like the colors to pop out more. But again, I don't know, when I knit it might actually be fine. And all that glitter in there, that's gonna be interesting to spin up. Also, of course, there were so many amazing people over there that I met. Some of them were making sweaters, some of them were making amazing crochet work, and all of them, I wish I had more time to talk to them, but I also had a chance to meet amazing Annette Montgomery, who is from Twisted Sisters, Natural Fibers, hand-dyed and hand-spun art yarn. And I bought this baby. And I call him Vincent. I wonder if you can guess why. If you remember from my first episodes, I love Vincent van Gogh, and isn't this just that color? I'm really looking forward to spinning this yarn, although God knows I have so much to spin right now. And I haven't really knitted anything from the things that I've spun. But look at this. Like, I just fell in love with it and I had to have it. Seriously, this is art. This is some art yarn. So yeah, this is my baby Vincent, and I don't know when, but sometime soon I really, really want to start spinning. I'm so curious, can't help myself. And is there anything else in here? So there was all this fiber that we were working on, and I completely forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. So just before the retreat, I finally finished my robin sweater. Yay! Let me stand up and show you. Finally, I started it when I had absolutely no bump showing, but now, woohoo! Yes, guys, I'm 6 months now, and this is my sweater that is perfect for a pregnant lady. It was knitted bottom up, and the sleeves, how did I do the sleeves? Oh yeah, so basically I picked up the stitches from here and I knit them like that. I'm really happy with the result, and this is the first sweater that I have actually followed a pattern and finished, and I'm happy to wear it. And it's a nice cherry color. It probably shows a bit more strawberry, but it's actually more cherry. And this is also an example of tweed yarn. Look, see those white spots? Yeah. Very happy with how it turned out. Another thing that we did at the knit and retreat was the class called Make Your Own Raglan Sweater, again with Kurt, which was on the same day, and that was a very, very good class. even though it was a bit challenging because of all the math that we had to do. And the idea of it was that you can take any yarn, make a swatch, calculate your gauge, and be able to make up your own sweater. And of course, we couldn't make the whole sweater over there, but I have started. And I've learned a couple of things. The provisional cast on with the hook, which I've heard so much about but never tried. And I have started, I don't plan to finish it, it was just a try. So basically, this would be the beginning of my raglan sweater. And yeah, I wish I had started and finished and continued it, because now I don't really remember what was going on here. But still, it was very interesting and very, very educational. The next day, I went to another class of my dear friend Cher, who, by the way, has started her own podcast, Why Hippie Forage. You should totally check it out. It's absolutely lovely. She has all this amazing information about New Zealand yarns because she works in one of the shops, and her amazing shawls and the things that she's making, hand dyeing. We had a dyeing session with her back in February on my birthday in the Waiheke Island. And yeah, now you can see her on podcast. I'm very excited about it. Well done, Cher. So at the retreat, she also was giving one of the classes, which was called the Modern Irish Crochet. And the idea of that class is that, as far as I understood, basically you crochet any form, can be a flower or a loop or a spiral or anything. And you just make these designs, these pieces of crochet work, and then you attach them on any shape or pattern that you want. For example, you have a favorite t-shirt or a favorite what's it called, coat or tunic. So basically you pin them or sew them on it, and then you crochet around it, making it just freestyle, joining them, and they, after you unpin them all, they become this garment, this beautiful crocheted garment. And I didn't want to start a project like that. I just wanted to learn the technique, but at the same time I wanted to crochet something. So I have started working on the bunting for my baby. And okay, this is going to be hard to show, but I wonder if you can guess what that is. So I have to mirror it, right? L I D. Sorry, that was A. Okay, I'll insert a picture. Basically, what I did was I spelled Lydia, the name of my daughter, who is about to be born in November. And I'm planning to make a bunting. I was thinking of crocheting the triangles and then putting letters on them, but I'm not very happy with the colors, at least the background color that I have. So I might actually, I don't know, redo them, or might sew them up on fabric instead of a crocheted background. So yeah, I have been, that was just 2 days, and it was all kinds of information, friendships that we had there, and amazing food, by the way. Really nice. Tried roasted pumpkin for the first time. It was awesome. Really nice. Everybody was sharing things. We had a little concert made of puppet socks, and had lots of love, and made lots of friends. And I had actually done one more thing there. I was spinning, and I made another batch. I think this is about maybe 100 grams of that unicorn fiber that I had bought at the what was it, in spring autumn, at the fest, Wool Fest here. And I have only now taken it off the spindle, and basically this is how it looks. Not too bad, huh? For first time spinner. Again, looking forward to knitting it up into a nice baby garment, because I bought it in mind, having in mind something from a baby. Another thing I wanted to show you. So I have received something in the mail, and I'm sure many of you maybe own this already, or maybe would like to own. This is so awesome. It's a Japanese knitting stitch Bible by, well, translated with an introduction by Gail Ron, and the patterns are by Hitomi Shida. How many? 260. I just love the intricacy of this lace, and basically all of them look like cake to me. I just wanna start on them, and I just want to make something beautiful. I think they would be awesome if you wanted to make a one-colored like lace scarf, like one of my friends at the knitting group. I've just seen her yesterday, and she's made this really lovely lace scarf, which looks amazing just because it's simple, thin, and gorgeous. Just gorgeous. But yeah, of course, you can make some nice hats, or maybe a simple sweater with a nice design right in front. So basically, I can't wait to start it as well. And I'm very excited. Look at them. So yeah, this book, if you want to challenge yourself and start making lace, is perfect. I would really recommend it. In episode 19, we will talk about my trip to Istanbul and the things that I bought there. I already come back, but I decided to split this into 2 episodes because there's so much more interesting over there. And so far, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you like the little clips that I have from the knitting retreat. If you have a chance to go, definitely do it. And see you very soon at Strawberry Patches podcast. Bye from New Zealand. Hugs, hugs, hugs.